The 14th of January, Rabbi Furst, Pierke, Avos.
Thank you, Lou. As you mentioned, this is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here at Yeshiva Tzemach Nafshi, Yerushalayim care of Zoom. Our first year of 2 this morning, and every morning, okay, Shabbos and Shabbos. And we're discussing the following point. We're at the second paragraph from the end of the document that you see on your screen, where the cursor indicates over there. Nimsa, this Maral Miprag makes a statement. Nimsa ki tachlis b'riyas olam ola kavodoy. It turns out from this that the purposeful intention of the creation of all existence is for the honor, the glory of the Kadosh Baruch Hu. So this is a statement we've as I said, we've mentioned this before in relation to statements like this before, that Kadosh Baruch Hu is lacking nothing. What is our covet, right? What is the fact that the universe has been created with the purpose of giving honor to a Kadosh Baruch Hu? How is that supposed to be reconciled from the fact that the Kadosh Baruch Hu is perfect, not lacking anything, has no needs, no lack of anything? So what is this apparent creation of all existence for the sake of honoring Kadosh Baruch Hu? So the answer is, in short, is that Kadosh Baruch Hu has given us the opportunity to honor him, meaning it's for our benefit that Kadosh Baruch Hu is giving us the honor and the privilege of honoring him. That it's similar to if you know that the halakha, this is a halakha already, that in order to be mekadesh a woman, you have to give the woman a shever prutas. You have to give her some type of monetary payment for the kedushin to be finalized.
That's the ring.
Yeah, that's usually the ring is usually there. That's why they ask Adim, is this ring a shever pruta? They Adim have to. The Masada Kedushin asks the chassan, is this your ring? Meaning, do you own this ring? Right? If it's from the father, it may not work. Right? Maybe the father bought it for the chassan, but if the father bought it for the chassan, the son has to acquire it with a full legal halakhic opinion, and it becomes his fully, and then he gives it to the kala. And they ask the Adim, after they ask the chassan, is this your ring? And the chassan says, yes, it's my ring. And then they ask the Adim, is this worth to you shever pruta? So if it's gold, usually, a nice little, worth a few shekels, a few dollars. So yeah, they say yes. And then he's mekadesh these are at mekadeshes libet tabazu with this ring, puts the ring on the finger, and now she's mukadeshes. That is the kinyan of the marriage. Now, there's a Gemara in Kedushin about what if you're dealing with Adam Chashiv. Adam Chashiv, very, very important, honorable dignitary. And as I think Rashi explains, what does it make him Chashiv? He doesn't accept gifts. In general, he doesn't accept gifts. So let's say the woman wants to give the Adam Chashiv something, or maybe she wants to do something for him. Will that work? So the Gemara mentions that the halach is that it does work, because the Adam Chashiv, being so noble and dignified, by allowing the woman to give him even the money, even a gift, his acceptance of that gift is worth money to the woman. Mm-hmm. So when the woman gives a gift to the Adam Chashiv, that giving of the gift, even though the man is receiving something, which is working opposite to what normally has to occur, since the Adam is such of a elevated, noble dignified person that he would never take a gift unless it is beneficial, not for himself. He doesn't need it. He could care less. He's not interested. But he wants the Adam Chashiv wants to honor in this case, the woman by accepting her gift. So that's worth a Shever Pruta. So we see we see an illustration of this point in this case. Excuse me, that Hakadosh Baruch Hu doesn't need us to honor him, right? He wants to privilege us that we should honor him and glorify him. By we honoring and glorifying Hakadosh Baruch Hu, that's a privilege which Hakadosh Baruch Hu is disposing upon us. We're not fulfilling any lack or need, deficit on the perspective of Hakadosh Baruch Hu. It's we who lack. We lack purpose. We lack permanence. We lack endurance. When we attach ourselves to Hakadosh Baruch Hu in a certain way by honoring him, giving him glory, so that gives us endurance. That gives us permanence. We're attaching ourselves, so to speak, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, who is eternal, perfect. And that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to do for us when he created the world for his honor, for his glory. But not that the HaKadosh Baruch Hu needed any of this in terms of his essence. This is just an expression of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's giving his creations an opportunity to serve him, which is something which is a benefit for those people, those things which are created. Oh, so okay. With that, let's go back to this the second paragraph from the end of our document. Again, Nimtsaki Tachlis Brius Olamo the Kavodo. Turns out that the intentional purpose of the creation of his world is for his honor, for his glory. Okay. Who would like to take over? Lou, would you like to read it?
Yeah, I would. Thank you. Nimtza ki tachlis bria olamo. We find that there's a purpose to the creation of our world, of his world.
His world, Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Lichvodo, for his honor. U mipnei his kalis asher bara hu yisbarach haolam hu lichvodo. And because I don't know, Shehis Kalis.
Shatachlis.
Shatachlis. Because the purpose that he created may he be blessed. The world is for his honor.
Right, so one second, let's look at this again. And since it is with this intention that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, blessed be he, created the world for his honor, because of this. So what's the second part? Because of this, that. So what this, because of this, then that, what that is that.
That Hashem created this world for his honor.
Right. So what's the follow-up of that, right? That'll be the next sentence.
Oh, umeata efshar lomar sheyeh asher bo hatzarich haratzon Hashem Yisbarach Rak Zaman Ha Mashiach. And now it's not possible to say that it would be that with it his will, the will of Hashem may be blessed, is only for the time of Mashiach. Can't say that.
You can't say that. I mean, people may think, well, there's such a lack of covered glory for Hashem in the world in our times, and so you may think that what we're experiencing now is not for the honor of Hashem. No. Even now, when there's a lack of apparent covered for Hashem, even now it's really, in essence, for the glory of Hashem. And it's not just that the time of Mashiach is going to be for the glory of Hashem.
Not just at the time of Mashiach, but now.
Right. People have this conception of the time of Mashiach is everything's going to be perfect, right? Everything's going to be wonderful, everything perfect. That's what Hashem created the world for. No. That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of it. But that's not the only thing that was created for.
He as Ne'emar Vayehi Hashem L'melech Al Kol Haaretz Bayom Hahu Yeh Hashem Echad Ushmo Echad. Because there it is stated, Hashem will be king over all the earth. On that day, his name will be one, and he will be one. So that's the time of Mashiach.
Right. That time is not even though it may be the ultimate, right? That might be the ultimate finale, but that's not the only time in which there's going to be a purposeful meaning to existence.
Below kamo shehu atah, and it's not like he is now.
Right. Then it's going to be different, right? Then it's going to be different. So we shouldn't mistakenly think that because it's going to be such a state of perfection, then that everything leading up to that point is not considered to be part of his intention in creating the world.
But that doesn't seem true to me. Hashem will be king. Hashem is king over all the world.
Right.
His name is he is one, and his name is one. That's all true now.
Right. It's true now, but it's not acknowledged. The difference between the time of Mashiach and what we're living through now is it's not acknowledged now. In that time, it's going to be acknowledged. It'll be evident. It'll be evident. That's why there's some that explain people are going to lose their free will. They're going to lose their ability to be rewarded for mitzvahs in the time of Mashiach, because it's going to be so clear. But the truth is, people are going to have no choice except to do the truth. And once you are doing the mitzvahs because of the fact that it's impossible to choose otherwise. So then you lose your free will. You lose your free will. You lose your ability to be given a reward or a punishment.
Right.
Because Baruch Hu wants us to be able to have tests and tribulations and to choose the right path and make the right decision, right? And for that choice, we get rewarded. But if there's no tests and tribulations anymore, then there's no choice to be made. So then we lose the ability to get rewarded for a proper choice.
So right now, it's true, but it's not acknowledged. In other words, by people who are not believers in Hashem, they don't acknowledge that Hashem is the king and is one, and his name is one.
Right. That's right.
But those of us who do acknowledge that, we've not lost our free will. So why do we say that when everybody acknowledges it, they will lose their free will?
Then it's going to be indisputable. At that point, it's going to be indisputable. Now, you have everything that the newspapers are saying, all the books that have been written, right? All the media, right? You have all the other different faiths, right? So even though we know the truth, there's still an influence. You can't deny the influence exists. You have to fight against it, and that's what we are rewarded for. But there's still the resistance to what we know to be true.
And in the future time, when everybody acknowledges it, there won't be any resistance.
Nah, there won't be any Muslims, no Protestants, no Hindus. All those people, that's going to be gone. They'll just be keeping Zion mitzvah they know it. That's all.
What do you mean physically?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a rough time. Not going to be so simple. Who's going to survive and who's not going to survive? But those people who do survive, they're going to be the ones that are committed to keeping the Zion mitzvah and off. And that's it. Anything else is going to go. Have to clean up a lot of libraries around the world, boy, huh?
Get rid of all those books.
Oh yeah. Maybe we'll take him to Grand Canyon, fill up Grand Canyon, and set the place on fire.
That'd be quite a lot of Homer.
Yeah. Okay, well, should live to see it and see how it happens. It'd be interesting to see how it happens, no?
Interesting times. Va'az kol asher bara Hashem yisbarach hu hakol lichvodo. Then then it will be that everything that Hashem, may be blessed, has created will be for his honor.
Right. At that point, everything's going to come into focus, right? There'll be a true focus on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And with this true focus, everything else will just sort of pass by the wayside.
V'hu imloch al hakol, and he will reign over everybody, everything. V'chein amar Rebbe Yochanan b'perek Chalak in Sanhedrin, and therefore Rebbe Yochanan will say in Perek Chalak of Sanhedrin.
Yeah, well, he actually says he's past it. He said, therefore, Yochanan said in Pierke in Sanhedrin, Sadi Ches Amid Beis.
Lo Avera Alma Ella the Mashiach V'hayinu Kamo She Amarnu. There's no sin in the world except for the Mashiach.
No, this is not a bit. It would be an iron. If it had an iron, it would like an Avera. Here's Lo Ibra Olama Ella L'Mashiach. The world wasn't created Ibra from the word of Bora, Bereshis Bora. It wasn't created the world except for Mashiach.
Except for Mashiach. V'hayinu kamo she amarnu, and it is like we said. But I thought you just said that it's not just in the times of Mashiach that we have Hashem's kavod.
So this is the distinction we have to make. Meaning the tachlis was for Mashiach, right? The purpose, the tachlis was for Mashiach when Hashem Echad Shmo Echad, right? That everyone will acknowledge the truth of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's unified existence, absolute existence, and everything up until that point is a prerequisite for that time to come. Meaning all these things that are occurring, right? These things are occurring in ways that are allowing the final purpose, intention of creating the world to come about. So when it finally does come about, right, the rest of everything that occurred will be understood to be clearly for the ultimate honor and glory of HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Will these be also the times of resurrection? Trias Amazing.
The Rav Dessler goes into he has some essays on the subject when these things actually are going to occur, right? Trias Amazing, apparently from the Chavetz Chaim, the way I understand it, Trias Amazing comes towards the very end, after Mashiach. And there'll be Trias Amazing, and then there'll be Kol Haaretz Dea, the whole earth, the whole of the world will be filled with knowledge of the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's a higher extension of what we're talking about here.
Okay.
The question you have to try and understand is what's the purpose of Tchiyas Amesim, right? I think we mentioned this once or twice here already, but it's worth repeating that the purpose of Tchiyas Amesim You have to ask the question. Well, the neshama, right now where it is, it's most likely in Gan Eden. It's, as the Ramchal, the Moshe Chaim Lutzato says in the beginning of Mesilas Yesharim, it's enjoying the maximum absolute tanag, pleasure of all pleasures, being in the presence of the Shekhinah. Absolutely tremendous, absolutely tremendous. What could be better? What could be better? So here we are. We're going to now take the neshama and cast the neshama, which is in Gan Eden, back into Olam Hazeh, make Tchiyas Amesim, back into Olam Hazeh. Wow. That's like getting a demotion, no? No one wants to get demoted. What are you doing back here? Weren't you in the best possible situation up there? Gan Eden, with the Shekhinah, the ultimate of all pleasures, and now you're back here. What are you doing back here for? So,
Well,
this is a question that Rav Tusky Zechron Bracha, maybe the son-in-law of Rav Scheinberg Zechron Bracha, he asked this question. Others ask it as well. What's the whole purpose of Tchiyas Amesim? I mean, the neshama is in the very best possible situation right now. Why bring it back into this world? So the answer that Rav Tusky gave was as follows: that since during the lifetime of a person, they have certain aspirations, desires, plans that they would like to accomplish in terms of ruchnius. You would like to do a lot of things in ruchnius. They would like to do certain mitzvahs, or they would like to do certain things, whatever it might be. As they have aspirations, spiritual aspirations and plans and desires, and for various different reasons, they were prevented from accomplishing those plans. So a Kadosh Baruch Hu, as a chesed to the neshama and also to the guf, he will bring them back again for that time of Tchiyas Amesim, and they will all be able to fulfill those unrealized spiritual aspirations and desires that they had when they were once alive. That's the great benefit of Tchiyas Amesim. Now, I like to, in terms of explaining it a little bit further than that, I like to apply the Mishnah Avos. 1 second. No, it's not a Mishnah Avos. It's a mimer. Kadosh Baruch Hu is mitzdarf Machshava Tov Lamaisa. A person had a good thought, wanted to do a good deed, a mitzvah, chesed, wanted to learn, but honestly and truly, something happened and prevented him from doing that. Right? So Kadosh Baruch Hu takes that good thought, that good intention, and will mitzdarf it. He will join it to those forces which can eventually make these things happen. Right? So that is what I think is happening at Tchiyas Amesim. All those good thoughts, spiritual aspirations, desires for ruchnius, desires to fulfill mitzvahs, and for some reason, for good reasons, he was not able to accomplish it. So a person will be given the chance again to come back into this world without all the different distractions and obstacles, which prevented him from fulfilling those things when he was first alive. So that's the big benefit of Tchias HaMesim.
What about reincarnation?
Excuse me?
What about reincarnation?
Yes.
Isn't that similar?
Yeah, it's similar that the person's given the opportunity to be able to correct those things that need to be corrected. Yeah, in a certain way, it's reincarnation is a form of Tchias HaMesim. Yeah. Right.
So I'm a little bit confused about this idea of the purpose of everything being for the future versus the purpose of life being for now. I mean, we have everybody has a purpose in life, and my understanding is that if we achieve that purpose, then we go to Olam Haba, and if not, then we come back because we need to still work on it. So it would seem if that's true, then we are in fact working on accomplishing things now in this world, before the Mashiach.
Yeah, most definitely so. That's definitely true. Right? It's definitely true. But it's very hard to say that everybody fulfilled their mission, their purpose, to the absolute perfection. Right.
Right.
So, in order to have that expression of perfection, so we need the eventual Tchias HaMesim, because then at that point there'll be no Yetzer Hara. We call it Dea. All these things we're talking about will exist then it'll be simply the person left with his good, positive intentions, and that will be the sum total of his spiritual desires will be realized in the time of Tchias HaMesim, which to only a limited extent can be done beforehand. Obviously, we're supposed to try to our maximum to fulfill everything positively to the absolute truth and absolute perfection, but that may not always occur.
So is
excuse me, I might have to go soon, but so keep on going. But
Right, well,
just to warn you.
it's about our time anyway. But anyway, but yeah, let's just field this one more comment, Lou. What comment do you have?
we're just gonna say. So do we say that Techias HaMesim is like the last chance?
Yeah, it's not even a chance. It's simply um an opportunity, meaning it will be done, meaning whatever a person wanted to accomplish will occur at that time, right? There'll be nothing to stop him.
So that's why there's no longer any free will.
Yeah, that's also true, right? Because with free will, there are things tempting you to stop you.
Interesting. Thank you, Rabbi.
Good. Okay, let's take a short break. We'll start the Mr. Rushu shortly. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Eliezer Tzvi. Thank you, Roy.
Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Be well. Be well. See you. Bye.